Okay.
Hello.
Hi. And it still has the wrong thing around it. That is so funny.
Huh. That's okay.
Yep.
We'll survive. Hello.
Hi. Oh, goodness. Let's try this.
Yay!
All right. So, holy moly. It is not
It's
Tuesday.
Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. Yes. And I do not have a mouse pad over here. Can I have
You can.
that little guy over there so that I don't completely close the program? Because that happens sometimes.
Yeah, we
So,
don't want to do that.
We do not. There still seems to be a little bit of weird stuff when we move.
Yeah. It's
So,
got to be something to do with something setting, but
well, I'm wondering if it's the internet because I'm not really sure.
that's functioning anymore.
Yes. So I apologize. We'll try to be.
But we're here.
Still.
I won't move.
Just move your lips. Yes. So hopefully everyone can hear us and we'll figure out what is going on there.
Kind of maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. So let's put something down there. And it's Wednesday. It's our first Wednesday.
It feels weird. I got to say.
Right. I was like, oh, it's Tuesday. Because I'm in my mind, I'm a day late. So.
Are you $1 short?
Probably. I'm $15 short if you think about my lunch that I didn't get to eat. Oh, good grief. But we are here and you did some stitching this weekend and this is really, really cute.
It is super cute. I am really pleased. And you know, it's funny. It's got a lot of pink, but I still think it's cute.
It does have a lot of pink in it.
But there is a crap ton of pink in it.
There is, yes.
There really, really is.
This has been wildly popular all of a sudden.
And we have gone through all of our first set of kits and we just cut fabrics. We just need a couple more items for round 2. So if you haven't gotten your Tweetheart pillow kit and you would like one, we will have them shortly again. I think we have one.
Yeah.
But that will be coming. And lucky us, we are making more of. So it's coming up as well. So March will be here before we know it as time has just goes.
Yeah.
So fast.
Neither of us have our borders on yet.
We don't. I have every intention of doing that.
Me too.
But I've been working on Embroidery Club and we've been working on Block of the Month and borders seemed unimportant. I mean, the meat and the potatoes are right there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, man. So,
hi, Kieran.
Hello. So welcome. Thank you for joining us. And today we are going to talk about those 22-inch pillows.
Yeah.
So, and then a few other things. So I really like the 22-inch pillow. It's,
I don't like the 22-inch pillow because I want a 22-inch pillow, but I think the 22-inch pillow is a perfect wall hanging size.
I actually like it as a pillow. But,
they're cute.
You know, it's fun. I don't actually put it on my couch.
Right.
I have like this shelf that goes behind my couch that fills up the empty space.
Yeah.
We have a sectional now. And so it's got the curve and of course the corner. So Jeff built like a table kind of thing out of just wood, random stuff. So my blankets and stuff sit back there.
Yeah.
And the pillows sit up there because if I leave them on the couch, the dogs chuck them onto the floor.
Yeah, that definitely happens.
Gotta love the dogs, right? So all of so they're kind of wall hangings. They just have a pillow inside of them. But I really like them because they're, I don't know, they're a project that is more than just the little baby guys, but they're accomplishable.
Yeah. It's a great first project. Like the bench pillows are a big undertaking because it's a lot of pieces and a lot of different sizes. These are
yours have a lot more pieces and things than mine did too.
But it wasn't a lot of different sizes. It was essentially like 3 different sizes.
So that one is a little bit older. So let's talk about that guy first. So this is the Lucky Us, which it says right there. My finger actually went to the right spot.
Wow.
Even on
I'm super impressed.
me too, obviously. So we've got a pot of gold. We've got the leprechaun's hat, and of course some shamrocks, and then some cute flowers
some
up there.
Flowers that are
So,
these are lace, so you do the flower pieces first.
oh, very
They're
cute.
kind of
Yeah,
lace 3D.
those are pretty. I didn't realize those were there. So I have that kit at home. I'm hoping to get that one made before March.
Yeah, well, you've got some time. I mean, the
Oh,
good
that's
thing is it comes around every year.
It does. So if I
you're
miss
either
one, I got another
early,
one to.
You're
or late.
never late.
I'm never late.
You're
I just
always
really
just
early
early.
for something else.
Yeah.
And so that one has what is some light quilting. Is that bottom piece, is that done in the hoop, or do you have to piece that?
You have to piece it. But it is done in they're done in the hoop, and then you put it together. So you've got little pieces, and it's a sectional piece. I guess that is the right piece. So you can't do all 4 in the one hoop.
In one hooping?
No.
So you do the squares in the hoop, and then you sew the squares together?
Yeah, I believe that's what I did.
Okay.
It's been a minute.
Really?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember now. Like, there's definitely
a seam there.
There's definitely a seam there. Yeah.
As we're looking on the back of the pillow to see
yeah, I'm like, is there
did.
really two? Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it was done in sections.
So nice in the hoop options there, and then the other pieces up top are just squares that are sewn together. So a little bit of quote unquote piecing, but nothing complicated.
No.
By any stretch, and absolutely adorable. I love the colors. And yours, you used some things that you had at home. So you have gold and silver coins, but our kits would be just gold, like leather. And
I didn't have leather.
You didn't have leather. So your silver is in place of leather, if I remember right. It's been a hot second, like you were saying. So that is the Lucky Us. And I think we also have one of those kits still yet available. So if you are not familiar with the 22-inch pillows, we don't have the files for those. You would go right to the Kimberbell site for that. We would love if you would go to this Kimberbell site by way of ours through our affiliate link, which you can find right on our homepage. Just scroll down, click on that.
You can also find it, the link for that on the fabric
kit page. So if you go to purchase the fabric kit, there's a link right in the item description to take you there as well. So super easy to locate. And we've tried to make it anyways, nice and simple. And you can then buy the fabric and embellishment kits, which is all bundled into one from us. And then you would go to the Kimberbell site for the downloaded files from there. And they have quilting files if you would like those. Certainly not a requirement. You know, the pillow's not so large that you have to have that, but they definitely add a lot of flavor to them. They're super. As always, they do a great job on their quilting options. That is not something that Sarah and I have any intention of adding to our list of things. So don't look for quilting files for 22-inch pillows from us. We won't be adding those in probably ever, but certainly no time soon. So if you would like the quilting files, certainly would like to pick those up again at the Kimberbell site by way of ours.
Yes.
And then you would have everything that you need to, including the backing. So you get everything in that fabric kit, all of the embellishments and all of the fabrics, plus the back.
Yeah, you will need the stabilizer and thread for that. The only one, there is a Halloween 22-inch pillow. That is the only one that does not have embellishments in it.
That had some pull flowers that it has a pull flower that literally was one flower out of a $20 kit that it just didn't make sense for us to add $20 to your price point.
And that pillow kit is a little less expensive because it doesn't have the embellishments.
Have all of, right. So just FYI. Right. So there were some really nice adjustments that people made to that pull flower because
Not everybody.
not everybody had that at home either. So there were some really cute postings for what people did in place of that pull flower. If you were looking for some, there's all kinds of postings and things out there. Felt flowers that you could layer and do things. If you are a Kimberbell person, there's all kinds of flowers in, you can't see them here, the spring showers. You've got flowers that you could stitch, and then you could do that with the correct color of felt for that.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's all kinds of other options. Or of course you could purchase the package and then just have the rest of the package for other projects and things like that.
Yeah.
So this guy
And
is does have all of them. It is brand new. And again, we have, I think, one full kit left available. We should have more very, very shortly. This is the banner.
so cute.
And I know I hate pink, but I actually even like all of this. So
It's very cute.
I was just really excited by this one. I thought it was absolutely adorable. So you do stitch the love letters here in the hoop.
Yep.
And then you just trim away. And then I just use a bodkin to pull. I use the needle looking bodkin to pull the twine through. I actually fit all 4 of these in my 12 by 12 hoop. I had to get a little creative to do it, but I did get these done in one hooping instead of having to waste all of that stabilizer. So, like I said, I got a little creative.
We don't have a 12 by 12 hoop.
I didn't, did I say 12? I'm sorry. I used a 7 by 12.
That makes much more sense.
I'm so sorry. 8 by 12 would be what probably a lot of you might have, and that would certainly work as well. I used my 7 by 12. It certainly will not fit in your 6 by 10. And no, we do not have a 12 by 12 hoop. I apologize.
Lisa's got a special hoop.
I do, because I'm special, especially today, it seems. My brain is just, it was really foggy on the way in, and the fog has not cleared. It's just still foggy.
Dave was really wired this weekend because he was taking those tests. And then I was learning that software and doing all of these editing. And I think Monday night we went to bed right around 2 in the morning. And so I was back here by 7. And last night on the way home, I was super tired, but we stopped and got something to eat. And by the time I got home, my brain was going again, like 9,000 miles a minute. So I was up until 2 again last night. And so I know exactly what you mean about like, it's like
just fog.
Yeah. It's like my brain is, I keep hitting.
You can't shut it off.
No, I cannot. There are so many things on there.
We have way too many things going on in our lives right now for that to make a whole lot of.
And I was stupidly excited about the credits.
Look,
Yeah.
You guys will see them in a little bit. So stick around when we're done.
Yeah.
Don't go anywhere. But yeah, so these guys will also have little buttons that get glued right to the junction in between the letters as well. So you get a full package of buttons.
Those are
These guys here.
similar to
Yes,
these.
very similar to
Yes.
those. Are we going to see that too in just a few minutes?
Yeah.
Yay. So these are the cute as a button, and you will get this entire package of buttons in your kit here, but you're only going to need like 4 or 5 buttons or something like that. So you get the whole thing in there. And I don't remember how much that costs, but it's a great bonus into you're not
stash.
paying the whole kit and caboodle for that pack of buttons. So it's a really nice little, fun little add-ons to make cuteness happen.
We were able to get a really good deal on those buttons, so we were able to share those.
You got some strings.
I have a few strings, yes.
I would have grabbed it, but I thought that one might
maybe it would look
maybe
like you
been
were
awkward, but
we weren't PG anymore.
We would have not been PG. And then these are the pull flowers that are in this kit. So we actually just need the red and the teal. You can't really see it, but there is actually a white pull flower in there too. So those are what we will need in here. So here is this
so cute.
Adorable little guy. So the banner goes across here. So it says love, and it kind of fills in that white space up there. And then the white space down here is for the pole flowers. So you've got kind of a empty, it looks like we've
You've got like the dandelion got blown
either
away.
the dandelion or the Addams family snips off just leaves the stem.
Yeah. Or what the bunnies do to my flowers at the house.
Exactly, just like that.
stem.
So I'm waiting for Hayden to come back from vacation, so I'll just give him the pole flowers and he can sew them together and then sew them in place for me. So I have a plan.
It's good to have a plan.
Have a plan. But other than that, it says, "Let me call you Tweetheart. I'm in love with you." I did use, so embroidery bobbin thread is, of course, super great stuff, right? We do have black 60-weight embroidery bobbin thread, and that is what I used in the lettering here. And I think it came out really nice. It's nice and bold, and it came out really, really well. You have some Mylar. So we've got Mylar hearts. We have glitter hearts. We have fabric hearts. And then we also have just actual solid stitching hearts. You've got some applique in the tree, lots and lots of hearts. And then you've got the little bluebirds that are the
they remind me of the
egg.
The Twitter bird.
Yeah. And so those are in leather. So lots of different things. And then we've got felt leaves.
There's probably a bunch of people going, "What's Twitter?"
Yep, just like that. And then, so these are done in different panels. So we've got rectangles that are going down this side, and then we have a larger piece here, and then a square up at the top corner over there. And then, like I said, that top corner is just being quilted or sewn in. And then the banner of the love pennants goes across that. So you hang it here and then basically put it in the seam is where that goes. So as she was saying, we don't have our borders on, which adds quite a bit of color to this white background here. But this bottom layer here is really where the work came in on this one here. So we have this one was pretty, oh yeah. So that is the outside, lots of color.
Yeah.
It really finishes off nice. So
and that's what's really
pretty. So you do have all of that, of course, in your kit. So over here, we've got a really pretty kind of a lacy stitch. I know you can't see it super well. Hold that up a little closer. You can see the blue a little bit better that way. And then that is the polka dot glitter that goes over top of that. So super simple, nothing complicated about that one. And then you have these two guys here, and those are a little bit of finagling. Fill stitches around the outside, color changes. That part's super simple, of course. And then you have fringe. Not that fringe is hard. It's just changing bobbin because I used water soluble bobbin. So they do have it right in the directions. Change to water soluble bobbin or a bobbin color that you can see if you choose not to use the water soluble, or if you just don't have it, maybe it's not a choice, it's a necessity. Choose to something that you can very clearly see so you know what ones to cut.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So you have 2 layers of fringe on each. So there's a little bit of work in there by the time you get all of those either rinsed and pulled forward and so on and so forth. And then this is a little different. We have not done this. I can't think of this in anything before.
We did it in the Bella box. We filled something in.
What did we
had an envelope or something. We put
there was some glitter. You're right, but I don't know what it was. I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah, but we did, because we got that little jar of
Yeah.
glitter stuff. We did not include glitter in ours, in our kit.
We did not, because it is super messy and you only needed this tiny little bit. I have a lot of glitter at home because I do cards and different scrapbooky things. So I did have glitter in there.
So we included a colored vinyl instead, right?
So it was colored, but this one's got a little bit more color, just to make sure that you can see the little bit of sparkle that's in there. So I did put glitter in, but it is not in your kit just because honestly, there was nobody here that I could pay enough to package that
into. You got extra buttons instead.
You got a lot of, you could put buttons in there. Totally put buttons in there. But seriously, it's super easy if you have glitter. So if you purchased our card kit
Mhm.
from last December, a
Mhm.
year ago, you probably have glitter left. That would work really well. If you happen to have that or remember where you stored that at, that would work really well. But what it did is it basically stitched a V
Mhm.
and left an opening at the top. You tucked it in, and then it stitched the rest closed once you had that in there. If you do this, I didn't think of this beforehand, and then I was like, oh, you idiot, you knew better. Wipe your vinyl with a fabric softener wipe before you put it onto the project, because then your glitter won't everywhere, and it kind of likes to go wherever the heck it wants to go.
It does.
So if you use a fabric softener, it will de-static it, and it works way easier when you're working with glitter. I didn't do that, and I was like, let me remember to tell people that. So that is definitely a don't forget to do that. And then pull flowers, like I said, for these guys. And those literally are just, you pull it and push along
and touch it's going to move. No, my hand. I moved my hand across the screen.
Yeah, that's not what I thought that was.
Yeah, no.
And then
it's a little higher.
Well, it could have been anywhere just to touch the screen. All right. And then last but not least is the cork on the tree. And so while that was still in the hoop, after I stitched it all, I was like, it just needs a little something extra. And so I went back and I added small letters, J plus L. And I stitched mine and my husband's initials. I don't think you can. I don't.
Yeah, you can see them.
See it? Okay.
Yep.
So right inside the heart on the tree there are initials, and not like it's not like a huge deal, but I gotta say, it really added.
Yeah, it's really cute.
It just kind of finished it off versus just this plain piece. It really kind of looked cute. You could put a little heart in there. You could put something else if you don't have initials that you want to add. But adding something in there, I think, is a really cute.
It's a very cute way to finish it off.
And when your design is on screen, you know exactly where to put the letters. So you don't have to have a camera or anything to align that. Just leave the design on screen exactly as you stitched it. Or you could do it ahead of time, of course, and add it. I didn't decide until I was in the middle of it. So I was finished sewing everything. And then I went back and I added it, but you don't need a camera to make that happen.
No.
So you can see exactly how big and all of that you would need it to be, and be able to manipulate and move those pieces around really quite easily. So add whatever it is that floats your boat. But I really think that worked really nice. And I ended up using the dark brown that I did on the outside of the actual tree piece. Not that it looks that dark, because it kind of sunk in a little bit.
Yeah.
But that's the color that I chose. And speaking of colors, in case there's anybody out there going, I wonder what colors she used, I did write down all of the colors that I used. So I will print that up. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. And here we are Wednesday. But I did write them out all down. So they were all exquisite that I used. So I don't know what was in our Stitching with SnL kit and what wasn't, because I was at home and the kit is here, and I don't have that list at home, like in my sewing area. So I don't know what was in there and what wasn't, but I will absolutely share the colors that I used and wear, so you guys can follow along if that takes the stress off for you, by all means.
It really did come out super duper cute.
I thought that the design was really cute. I was a little concerned that there would be too much pink, but
it's a nice. I mean, it is, but it's
not overwhelming for me. Even it's quite darling. So I'm actually, even with the pink, I really like it.
I thought maybe you might put Tweetheart in a different color.
But you got to know, I really contemplated it, and then I was, it matches the banner. The banner color is the color that I chose to do that. So I was like, the continuity.
It's very cute.
So, unless I was going to change everything to like purple,
right,
which wouldn't have looked right for a Valentine pillow.
I mean,
you could.
Yeah.
But, anyway, so that's what I did.
It's really cute.
So super happy with it. And nothing complicated. The only other thing that I would make a note of is the alignment for the tree. So there are some instructions in the different block steps for an alignment, like move this one to the right, this one is centered, so on and so forth.
Oh, to make
So
sure,
there's
yeah.
some stitching that they've added that you're not supposed to stitch to, you know, put this bar all the way over here and so on and so forth. I missed that on one because they were all centered. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm just cruising right along. And, you know, and then I was like, that doesn't look right. Something's wrong here. So if you look really close, you can see where I screwed it up, but it's white on white. It matters not. So I had plenty of extra fabric to shift over the 1/4 inch that I was that I was off. So it worked out fine. But if I screw up, so you don't have to. See, isn't that nice?
It is.
So don't forget to check your alignments before you either put it in with the quilting or trim. If you're not doing the quilting, when you go to trim, make sure that you are paying attention to where you're trimming at.
That definitely makes a difference, doesn't it?
It definitely will on this, because you're not going to have enough of everything to redo all of those blocks. You'll have enough to do some things over if you screw something up, but not enough to do everything. So definitely pay attention to that.
Yeah.
So that was probably the hardest thing, because, you know, we don't always read all of those details in the instructions.
Sometimes we do not, right? We skim.
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
What do I need to read the instructions for?
Right.
Well,
yeah,
for just that reason. That's why you should read the instructions.
Yeah, we're skimmers.
I skimmed. I did. I was guilty.
Yep. So, and there's now 4 pillows. There's
the y'all, the Halloween, the Christmas. Nope, that makes 5 then.
Is there
So
a
the
second
Halloween,
Christmas?
the Merry Christmas y'all,
Yeah.
the Lucky Us,
Yes.
and
This one.
what did I miss?
What was the home pillow?
That was a event. I could have sworn there was, maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, okay, 4.
I think you were thinking there was a Christmas one and y'all, but there isn't
Yeah,
a Christmas and a Merry Christmas y'all. The one with the
rope.
cowboy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I think there's just 4 right now.
what she said.
Unless we're both completely just.
Who the heck?
Yeah, I can't remember
Foggy
one.
brain.
Yeah, let's
We'll go with
definitely-
4. We'll go with 4. That sounds right.
Yeah, so I think they'll keep doing these. They're really cute, and I bet they've been very popular for us.
Land of Liberty.
Oh, that's right.
Land of Liberty. So there's 5.
Sweet Land of Liberty. Yes, that one is very cute too.
Sweet Land. That one's really cute.
Yep. So
Yep.
5 pillows. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So what else you got over there? You got some hidden stuff?
I do. It's really so
You didn't lose your pieces, did you?
I maybe.
They
Yeah,
kinda went
I did.
rolling.
I'll pick them up in a second. So Kimberbell has a new event, and it is called One Sweet Spring. They're calling it a series. So it's possible that they will come out with
Something else
more-
that looks the same shape and size, but
Size.
with different decor.
Yes. And so this is the first one, and it is a spring one, and it's spring or Easter, and it also has a banner, which I have not put the banner. I haven't put it on here
string.
yet. But this is the little wall hanging. It is just darling. So there is a lot of quilting on here, but it's really relatively easy to do. We have the flower centers and the baskets are textured. So there's little texture weave. Let's try and get
We get to play
closer.
with shrinky dinks.
Yeah, that's exactly what it reminds me of. So you can see there's a little bit of texture on the block there and on the flower centers. There we go. So that was a lot of fun to do. And then we have the little bunnies. There are 3D bunny butts, little
You got
puff
little white
balls
puff balls that
that
need to get
go
put
on.
on, right?
yes. And then the banner at the top.
And these are Shannon
Yeah.
or Minky or
Minky.
whatever you. So they're fuzzy soft.
And the carrots are cork, and the
The
carrot
stalk.
tops are 3-dimensional. And then there are banner pieces that spell either spring or Easter. So They are double-sided
Double-sided.
so that you can have it say one or the other.
Nice.
And in your kit, everything is included. When we do our events, we also include the thread and the stabilizer. So 179,
I believe that's what we did.
99.
Yep.
We have
We have a couple kits left.
yeah, we do. In store is this week, Friday and Saturday. It is also virtual, so Friday and Saturday, and then next week, Wednesday and Thursday. So it is a 2-day event. It will be a lot of fun. If you like making little wall hangings, even if you only did this one with like the directions and the sizes, you could definitely use other Kimberbell ones.
And fill in different
designs. Make your own themes. You could do all kinds of things. And this is a really nice, like to hang on a door or a wall. It's about the size of a fat quarter. So it's about 18 by 22 ish when it's finished. So it is a lot of fun. And you do get a hanger with it. My hanger is.
So in the other thing, Sarah and I were talking, all of the quilting designs also come in. So you get a nice smattering of quilting. So the borders are all quilted. You've got all of this quilting. You've got a smaller quilting design here. And then these also have quilting designs in them, which you've got eggs, you've got flowers, and then these cute large flowers up here. So there's lots of different quilt patterns. And then you've got an Ackfeld hanger. I'm going to just put it down right so you can see.
Yeah.
It's a nice hanger that you get to, center and then put on the wall and whatnot there. So,
and the backing and the binding is also included.
So everything that you need. But when we were talking about, doing these and, the time and so on and so forth, this is not like a quilt here where if you decided, to skip quilting or something like that, or to do a more simple version with just straight lines or something like that to get it sandwiched, but not involved.
Yes.
So if you were trying to cut some corners in time, you could certainly do something like that in your own version.
Yeah.
And make some adjustments in there.
Absolutely. You could
remove the comment.
Oh, yeah. Didn't see those. Sorry.
It's okay. They just popped up.
That's how you know you made it, right?
Right. We're so fancy we have to block people. So,
but yeah, this would also be a fun if you wanted to take this and like you said, if you put it all together, like with the sizes and everything, and then you layered it, it would be really fun to quilt in your IQ designer.
Absolutely.
Using those things. So you could just make yourself like a cute quilted wall hanging, even if you didn't put any designs on it. You could just fill it with all kinds of different like shapes and things. It would be really cute.
Or you could use like this square here and make a rectangular pillow. What is it? The ones that we have 18 by
like the lumbar pillow or
the lumbar
something.
12 by 18 or whatever. You could make the lumbar with just parts of it.
Yeah, you could make a pillow this way as well. So if you wanted to change
just
the direction,
move things around and put some filler blocks in as needed and whatnot. So there's, when we think of a Kimberbell event, they're generally here's what it is. This is what it's got to look like. Boom. This one actually has a lot of flexibility to it. So yes, it is a wall hanging, but that doesn't mean that's what your end game has to be. So there are some techniques.
Those are
they're kind of like sneakers.
There's like a
you've got a
right
behind you that's
it
just
makes me
to
look
the right.
like I have like a little spiked hair piece going over here. That was funny. I'm like, what's wrong
with my head?
Sorry,
it's all good.
But it was those techniques.
Those techniques. For instance, I don't remember the last time I shrank quilting, stitching, and fabric to get that technique. I don't remember the last time I did that.
Yeah,
it's been many years since I've done. So there's just different things that I always like. They seem to throw in little bits that you're just not expecting. So
Absolutely.
I love the little things that you see and learn. And it's always fun just to have that group of people too.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
that always makes it a little bit more more fun
But
when you have friends to
it
sew with.
does, and the classroom is open.
It is, as if you watched
Our video.
you got to see it's
Mhm.
still a little messy, but
it is
we're getting there.
open.
It's
Yep.
open, and there's tables. There's almost even a place to sit at right now.
Yeah, there's a couple places to sit at now. But yeah,
you know, it's just like at home when you guys have a flat surface.
You feel it.
The same thing happens here.
Mhm.
But yeah, so and that is, like you said, this weekend, and that is available for in store.
Yep.
And then
next week
just
virtual.
is virtual only. So if you are looking for something to get out of the house, you know, maybe you're already hubby's already driving you crazy, and it's the winter's only just getting going.
Yep.
And you want to get out and play, grab a friend and come on in. We've got a couple kits left, so there is some space if you would like to join in store this weekend, Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, we can help you lug your machine inside.
Absolutely. If you can get somebody to load it at home, we will help you bring it in and take it back out once you get here. Absolutely.
And you won't need a ton of stuff. Maybe
bobbin thread,
some white thread that wasn't included in the kit.
For sewing,
and a little bit of like your regular sewing notion, some scissors for trimming, but your stabilizer and all of that stuff will be.
Because we really are very inclusive when it comes to events. We provide you all of the thread and all of the stabilizer that you would need for the embroidery aspects of those. So super easy from that perspective. Fun day out. So yeah, that is coming right up. And there is a new event. It's a one-day event called Spoonful of Sunshine that I've booked.
Yeah.
Haven't gotten the kit or any real information yet, so I haven't been able to. I clipped some pictures.
Yeah.
But I haven't actually received the promotional pictures or anything yet, so it's not on the website yet. But we do have a one-day event booked, and that's in April. And that's as soon as that's like literally the first day we were able to book it is the day I booked it.
Yep.
So should have that kit in a couple of weeks. I think it said January 20th. Those our kits were shipping out.
Yeah.
So that we can see what's in there. So there's another event coming up, and we've always got fun things.
Yeah.
So the other thing that we wanted to talk about is digital dealer exclusives 2023. So
last year when we started Digital Dealer, it started out with a bang. We had a little bit of snafus, and this year was exactly the same kind of.
Yeah. So they changed it to make it easier.
Yes. And so while we were able to go ahead and purchase it ahead of time, which we couldn't do last year, there was still a little bit of a snafu with them getting out. So digital dealer exclusives, you purchase them through us, but you are downloading them from your Kimberbell account. So if you don't have a Kimberbell account, or if you signed up with an email that is not
the one
Kimberbell
that you
email,
gave us,
you might have some issues.
Right.
But you should receive an email from Kimberbell with a link to download that. And if you don't receive the email, you should be able to log into your Kimberbell account and get the designs, even if the email
under my account, you can go down to your downloads, and it should be in that there. Download as the DDE January, DDE, so on and so forth.
Yep.
So they should be in there. This weekend did not go as planned.
Yeah. And Kimberbell was closed.
They were closed. They didn't reopen until yesterday. So, I had messages in there and emails, and unfortunately, I wasn't able to speak with anybody. So they knew as soon as they got there on Tuesday morning, they had some stuff to fix, but things take time.
It took them a little while.
So, it's our understanding that by, early evening here last night, they did get everything figured out. So if you did sign up and you're still having problems, please let us know. But if you did sign up and you had problems, but you hadn't checked back, go ahead and check back. You should be able to get in and get that now. So hopefully.
Yes.
That's
And
the thought anyways.
I
so,
still have the promotional price up. I'll probably be changing that next week.
right.
Right now you can do the whole year for
$89.99, I
Yeah,
think.
$90, which is 12 designs. That's less than $10 a design. And
Which is really the
right.
advertised price, if you will.
Absolutely. So they are available still. We also have spots for kits. So we have them individually, and then we have the year.
With
there,
kits.
there is a discount if you purchase it by the year, for
Right.
sure. It's about
Absolutely.
20% off total. So it is a good deal. And we make sure that you have everything. Like this month for the towel, our towel kit gives you everything you need to make two, including 2 towels. And so you can make the 2. There's a white and a gray.
There's a white and a gray waffle towel in the kit. So you get both towels.
Yep.
Instead of just the one, and you get the materials to put that on both towels if you chose to, or you can use the other towel for whatever you would like, and you still have the materials to put that design on something else.
Yeah.
So, and that is generally how all of our kits are. So, we don't split them apart.
If the blank
if the blank comes with 2 pieces or however, you will get the entire blank package, whatever that happens to be.
Yeah.
So, if it's a pillow, you'll get the pillow and the pillow form.
Yes.
So it's always the whole thing, everything that you need.
Yeah.
And that is how we've priced it. And again, if you buy the whole year, it's a discount, versus getting just the design or just a month or that kind of thing. You do get a break if you bundle. So, which is not abnormal either.
No.
So, so again, if you did have a problem, you should be able to get into your email download link should work. Or you can just go sign into your Kimberbell account and you should be able to find it there. The other thing that we changed is when we're going to do our stitch outs. So previously, all last year and the year before, we didn't stitch until like the last week of the month. And the reason that we did that was because of product availability. And so we wanted to make sure that we had everything before we stitched. Well, we've, for the most part, surpassed that problem.
Yeah.
So we have pushed that into the middle of the month. So it won't be the first week ever, but I think it's like the second-ish.
Yeah, except for this month because
we already had
that event.
We had the event scheduled. So, but it won't be at the end of the month. So if you have been used to waiting and watching at the end of the month, and we heard a lot of people, so we heard you and we made that adjustment of, well, I already stitched it. So we've pushed that back so that you can not have to wait until the end of the month if you're trying to get those tips and tricks before you stitch yours. We are stitching it in the middle of the month. So
Lee is asking if there's going to be different color linen table runners. I don't see anything in the forecasting so far.
At this time, what you see is what you get. They don't.
Sometimes we can see things that are coming up a little bit away, but I don't see anything.
I haven't seen anything advertised on our end for that. So not at the moment.
Yeah. I think like OESD has they
do
have some table runner things that would probably be very nice with those designs in a couple different colors. So and they are linen-y as well. So that is an option. We do have those in the shop so that you can see those.
You can check them out. Absolutely. And I believe they're also listed on our website. So if you aren't able to come in and manhandle them, you can at least click and look.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that is an option. Unfortunately, they don't ask us what we want. They just do what they want.
And we have not sent out our monthly newsletter yet. So we will be sending that out, but we're both working on.
I have like 3 files left. I haven't tested them all yet, but I have like 3 files left to create, and then I'm good. I think I'll need to order some kit stuff, unfortunately, but but yeah, so we've got club almost ready, which is what we're really waiting on. So we are,
What are you gonna do?
I am going to do, we're going to talk about some tearaway stabilizer and what works, what doesn't work, what's the differences in tearaway stabilizers.
Mhm.
So, we've got our favorite,
Mhm.
and then there's all the other ones.
Yeah.
And so we're going to use the one that we like in club, which is the heavy. And I have a set of designs that are mini calendars that will, so we're obviously not going to stitch
All
the
of them.
whole year. That's just not going to happen. And I'm building it so that next year I can just change the numbers and post the
Yeah,
number
new file.
changes. So
Yeah.
it'll have like a connecting month
Yeah.
with numbers
Cute.
so that you can just swap the number listing underneath the appropriate month so that you can just get new number files instead of having to restitch the whole thing. So
If you have any trouble.
I'm getting there.
Yeah.
I'm almost there. So the actual stitch outs will be calendars.
Mhm.
And if I don't do it this month, then what's the point?
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
that's where what I'm waiting on is I'm almost there. And then,
And I'm gonna do my club class is gonna be free this month.
Yep.
And I'm gonna
mine's
do
not.
I am going to do basic rotary cutting. So a lot of people, we talked about this last week, how no matter how well you sew, if you don't cut your stuff accurately,
Yep.
You won't be successful. So
Yeah.
I thought maybe
I had a new customer in and we were talking about that and we were talking quilting things and then we had the conversation
Yeah.
afterwards and it doesn't matter how straight you stitch and how perfect your seam allowance is. If you've cut poorly, you're screwed from step one.
yeah,
So at least in quilting and in a lot of sewing
yeah,
things,
even crafty type things, you
even
have
crafty type
some
things,
fudge room,
when
but
you have a specific seam allowance, clothes we can fudge. I mean, we'll just take a little bit more in out of that seam allowance over here, or we'll make that a little bigger seam allowance to take it,
Yeah.
those, you can't do that in quilting.
no,
That doesn't work.
it's
So
kind of like a serger, right? Once it's gone, it's gone.
pretty much. So, that really is that basic skill that really is a requirement if you want to be a good quilter.
Yeah.
Yes, you need to be able to sew a straight line and figure out a seam allowance and get all of those things there. Absolutely necessary to be able to do those things.
Yeah.
But if you do all of that right, but you cut poorly, you're still
It's not
going to
gonna
be
make any difference.
you're still going to be looking at it going, what did I do wrong?
Yeah.
And you won't be able to figure it out because all of your seams, when you go to measure them, are going to be right, and you're going to be like, what did I do?
Yeah.
But all your pieces won't match.
Yeah.
So,
So
she's going to help you not do that.
Yep.
So,
So there won't be it'll be completely
it'll
free.
be a lecture demo.
It'll be a lecture demo.
And we'll talk about tools.
Talk about tools. Yeah, I'll have some videos that'll end up on our YouTube channel about different ways to cut, proper ways to hold your rotary cutter.
Yep.
Different styles of rotary cutters, why you might like one
Right.
over the other.
Carolyn was just saying this morning, where's my rotary cutter? Where'd
Yeah.
you guys hide it?
Exactly. There's so many of them out there. We have a bunch in the shop that are open. And not necessarily because we all use them, but if you're thinking about a new rotary cutter, sometimes you really
You
need to
wanna
hold
hold
it in
it.
your hand in order to know if it's going to be good or not. So
Exactly.
that plays a big part of it. But yeah, my goal is to start with those basics, and I would like everybody to be able to participate, and that way, so it's going to be completely free.
Yep. And I'd love for you all to participate with mine, but mine's not going to be free.
No.
So there will be a kit fee regardless of whether you're getting fabrics or not, which I'm planning on including the fabric probably just for January. I haven't quite figured that out. We'll see cost and all of that. I don't want to overkill any of that, but
Is this a design that maybe so you're gonna do for embroidery club, but is it maybe something that will sell later on?
I think I'm going to put it on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because maybe we could do monthly kits for
we
them
certainly could do
for later. So
for
if you
simple-
really loved
a simple-
it,
yep.
yeah.
Mhm.
maybe we could
So
work that
I'm
out.
I'm doing I thought about doing like cam snaps because how simple would that be to connect the numbers?
Yeah.
But everybody doesn't have that. So
Right.
I was like, well, what else can I do? So I came up with just a simple button,
Mhm.
which is everybody can put a button on, and then I put in ribbon attachments, and I'm going to get some small ribbon
Yeah.
that will just hook onto the buttons, and then you'll
Absolutely.
have your
Yeah.
numbers below your adorably decorated.
Yeah, you could
month,
digitize
so.
buttonholes too, so they could button it on their buttons.
Yeah, I could.
Oh.
We'll see.
So, yes, the Kimberbell event, digital dealer, our clubs are coming,
And the block of the month is coming.
yeah. So,
So
no one
there's
has received an
lots.
email on the block of the month yet. It is coming.
And
It will not be until like the last week of the month, so we have a little bit of time. But we
the
will.
block of the month won't be until the last week of the month,
Yes.
which is why. So the email will come before then,
Yes.
but the actual getting together for
Mhm.
is the last week of the month.
Yes.
Just
So
for clarification.
that email will probably go out sometime at the end of next week at the latest. But
At
it
the
will
latest.
probably
Hopefully-
not be this week.
Probably not,
Yeah.
because you're going to be busy. I won't be here tomorrow, and then
And
you're going
I
to be
will be
busy
busy
Friday
Friday
and
and
Saturday.
Saturday.
So it probably won't.
Yep.
Well, yeah, because when plans the
All right. I think that's going to be it, right?
Did you have the same look on your face
I
that I did? on mine?
did, yes. So
I do think that is it. So 22-inch pillows, really great projects. You can, I did these in one sitting.
Mhm.
So all 6 of mine, I don't know
I
how
did
long,
mine, yeah.
you
I
know,
think I did that in 2
probably
sittings,
2
but-
sittings, but I should have probably done mine in 2 sittings, but the way my weekend panned out, that didn't happen. So, I had one very long sitting, but you certainly can get the bulk of that done within a reasonable, it's an accomplishable project. It's not like the cup of cheer where you're just like, okay, it took me 2 days to just cut
Right.
or even read the cutting instructions.
Mhm.
So, it is definitely a feel good because I got it done kind of project, and they are so cute, and they make great wall hangings or pillows, whichever you would like. And we now have multiples to choose from. We do have kits for
That's the problem.
almost all of them. We don't currently have the haunt pillow.
Are we out?
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Somebody called this morning, so I had to go and look. So we are out of the haunt pillow kit, and we are building more of the others. So we will be getting more of all of that. So great project to do if you're looking for something to kind of make you feel like, yay,
Mhm.
getting stuff done this
Getting
year.
stuff done,
So thanks for joining us. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
We got a new little thing here.
I
for
know,
you
you
to
gotta
check
watch
out.
the
You gotta watch
credits.
it out.
Yeah, ready?
All right.
All right, we're gonna roll the credits.
Roll credit.